The earth moved on January 12, 2010, devastating Haiti, claiming the lives of nearly 250,000 people, rendering millions wounded and homeless as hopes and dreams were shattered. Governments and organizations worldwide responded immediately, sending medical teams into the chaos. Amongst them was the Magen David Adom, Tel HaShomer Hospital, and JDC joint team. After their initial response, assessments made by the team following the most urgent needs concluded that the best way to provide long-term relief is by providing rehabilitation services to the victim of the quake with artificial limb fittings and physiotherapy. These services were not available in Haiti and desperately needed. A rehabilitation clinic and lab were built and began operations in April 2010, only 3 months after the quake. Israeli doctors and physiotherapists were sent to Haiti to work with patients and to train local staff.
An amputated patient with a prosthesis means that this person can ambulate and he is independent and he can work, he can be productive, and he doesn't need special services like special cars, expensive wheelchairs and so on. So of course the idea was to supply prosthesis for the amputated people and to teach them how to use these prosthesis. We asked ourselves, are there people in Haiti that specialize in rehabilitation, the local people? Do they have such a profession medically? Do they have physicians? Do they have physiotherapists? Do they have occupational therapists, prosthesis technicians and so on? We couldn't get any answers, so we decided that we have to go there to make an assessment, to make a program, to define the goals and to come back and try to give them a hand.
A year after the quake, some 1,000 patients have already received treatments in the clinic, and 100 have been fitted with artificial limbs in the lab. Rachel and Galit, 2 Israeli physiotherapists, arrive in Haiti to take a part in the staff training program. As they begin their work and training routine in the clinic, Rachel is in for a surprise. As part of the project, 2 young Haitians were flown to Israel for extensive operations. One of them, 28-year-old George, was treated there by Rachel as part of a therapy. Now she meets him in the clinic in Port-au-Prince.
George is 28 years old, and by chance the hotel manager introduced him to us and he said, this guy is the same age as my son and he was his best friend. And I feel kind of guilty that my son was not injured and George is amputated, he is very disabled and his profession is dance. He's a dancer. So we called George and I noticed that he had an amputation below his knee. However, his other leg was severely affected. He had deep wounds that made contractures, so he had very reduced mobility in his toes and ankle on the sound leg. This was not enough, but he had a crush injury on his left hand, meaning he couldn't move his fingers and his wrist, which makes it very difficult not only to dance but even to walk. So we took George as a challenge. Unfortunately, the conditions in the operating theaters in Haiti didn't enable us to operate on him there. So we brought him to Israel. While the process of rehabilitation in Israel, he started to walk much better, and we paid attention to the quality of walking, and we started to negotiate dancing.
To Rachel and the team's surprise and astonishment, George, the gladiator, is back on the floor dancing professionally.
Violado, back to the flow.
George's new premiere inspires the audience and beyond. George and Rachel are invited to visit Prime Minister Jean-Marc Belrive and tell him about the joint Israeli-Haitian rehabilitation project.
We have a relation with Israeli, and they were voluntary, and they tried to help directly the people, but in coordination with the government, letting us know what they were doing and how they can support us. And it was great because they went directly where the people needed them, and their help was fantastic, specifically on the health sector. They sent people to support, and until now they're still there. And we are very grateful, not only the government, but the Haitian people.
Are we really making a change in Haiti? I think that everyone who saves one soul is as if he's saving the whole world is relatively true. We are not going to change the fate of Haiti. Everyone that will change his fate is something for us.
Public commencé là c'est ce soir que heureusement qu'il était là ici parce que c'est activité ça que moi mais c'était quand c'est tout que
It's really the extreme, or let's say it's the dream of any surgeon or rehabilitation specialist to see such a result. So it's not just us who do the medical stuff, but you also need very special patients, and the Asian people are really very special patients. We had to give him the opportunity, he took it, and these days he came back to full activity as a dancer. He's practicing training about 4 hours every day, and he's performing with his company, which is again an extremely important message to the people of Haiti. See him dancing today, he is back to full performance, and I don't think that any surgeon or any physician can dream for more than seeing his patient smiling, dancing, performing, and moving all the people around him with the message of hope to the disabled people.
George's inspiring story is only one of many. The dream behind the Haitian-Israeli Joint Rehabilitation Project is to help many more and to give hope to the people of Haiti and disabled persons worldwide.